What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I want to cover three main topics. Firstly, some big news that I had over the weekend. Second of all, I want to discuss my trading plans for the coming months. And third of all, I want to discuss briefly trades that I have made today. But before we get into all three of those, as always, if you're new around here, please consider smashing that subscribe button, as we're currently just 75 subscribers away from our 2020 goal of having 600. And with all that being said, let's dive right into today's video. So the first topic is some big news I had over the weekend, and that was that I got engaged. So I'll show you just a quick picture of the ring. I know it's not investing related, but certainly it's kind of a big step. So I just thought I'd let you all know of that. So here is the ring. So obviously I'm delighted with that news. And second of all, today I want to discuss my plans going forward for investing. So in one of my prior videos last week, at the end of last week that is, I kind of discussed my plans going forward and that I was going to think about it over the weekend in terms of continuing with the style of approach I'm doing at the moment. For example, holding about 50 companies and dollar cost averaging at all these companies as we go forward, and in the long term having a better dollar cost average, which will effectively give me a better net result overall. The other options were, for example, the day trade or swing trade, but for now I think it's the best option just to keep on the way we're going and to have patience. You can see here we're up 8% or 390 euro or so, and I deposited a further 150 euro this morning, so we'll go through where I put that next. So as you can imagine, I've been quite busy over the last few weeks planning the engagement, and it took me a long time as well to make the video for the proposal, and obviously to get the hotels, the ring, and everything else included in an engagement sorted to a T, just the way I wanted it. So obviously kind of my YouTube channel took a backseat in that term, and so did my investing. But today we invested a further 150 euro, and as you can imagine, because I haven't invested in the last week or two, that there was quite a few companies that I had the opportunity to dollar cost averaging. So if you watch any of my prior videos, you would know that I prefer to invest in companies that are below 3% in the red in terms of my threshold. So any of my positions that go below this, I invest further into to improve my dollar cost averaging. So obviously it depends on how I distributed out this money, because for example, some of these companies like here, we invested only 6 euro, but because our overall investment in these companies was only 10 euro at the time in Consolidated Edison, this nearly added up another 50% into my holding. So again, that would really improve my dollar cost average even by just having 6 euro, because it's upping the dollar cost averaging by 50% by adding in a further 6 euro, effectively cancelling out the higher payment that I paid for the company at the start and give me a better dollar cost average. So we put 6 euro and 8 cents into Consolidated Edison, 7 euro into Essex Property Trust, 11 into FedEx, 6 euro into NextEra Energy, 29.97 into Barick Gold. We put 7 euro into WellTower, 7 euro into Air Products and Chemicals. We put 6.84 into American Waterworks, 6.72 into American Tower, 10.91 into Target, 20 euro into McDonald's, 20 euro into P&G, and 10 euro and 85 cents into Walmart. Now again, I probably know what you're thinking, that you could say, for example, adding additional 6 euro into some companies is absolutely nothing. But again, you got to need to think of the long term, and by adding in, let's say, 150 euro like I did today, if you can continually do that every week, week in, week out, your overall balance is going to grow massively over a short time period, even over a few months. So now, by doing the 150 euro today, we've effectively better off our increase offset. So now our dollar cost average is better in all of those companies that I mentioned. And just to give a quick brief rundown on how all 12 of my pies are doing, and again, we won't be going into how each company is performing at the moment, as that is for Friday videos, my weekly portfolio update. But just for now, communication services is up 16.87%, consumer discretionary is up 11.63%, consumer staples is up 2.1%, energy is up 21.5%, ETFs is up just under 10%, financials is up nearly 11% overall, Healthcare is up nearly 7%. Industrials is up 4.5%. Materials is still down 12%. And that again is mainly because of Barick Gold. Again, we'll continue to dollar cost average into that company over the next few weeks, effectively helping this overall portfolio pie go back into the green. Real estate is down 2%, tech is up 7.76%, and utilities is currently down 3.23%. So if we go back up to the top here, we can see that we're up about 8% overall, and we are currently 5.26% of the way towards my overall goal of having €100,000 invested in the market. So with it being a Monday, my plan for the rest of the week, first of all, is I'm going to leave it a day or two or so, just leave that €150 bet into my investments, and then again, like I did this morning, I'm going to look through all of my portfolio pies in detail again, and just take note of the companies that are currently down 3% or more, and again, I'll probably add in another few hundred or so by the end of the week to help improve my dollar cost averaging even further, and that is completely key in terms of long-term investing in a diversified portfolio. In terms of the Trading212 Hot List beginning this week, in terms of the top companies held by Trading212 users, Tesla is still in first position with 120,500 users holding this company. And then we have Apple, Amazon, NEO and BP making up the top 5. In terms of top risers, today we can see that Alpine Tech has went up 20% in terms of users, up to about 7,200 users now holding this company. We then have Biocardia, AstraZeneca, EasyJet and NEO making up the top 5 risers. In terms of fallers then, we have Airbnb, which has went down about 1,100 users. We have Life Sciences, then we have Chinewood Group, DoorDash and Aston Martin making up the top 5 fallers. So that's just a quick update on what I wanted to go through today and my plans for next week, and obviously what happened last weekend in terms of some big news. So we discussed my engagement briefly, very briefly that is. I might actually put up the engagement video in a few weeks once I actually have the editing done. So if you're interested in that, comment below and I'll be sure to get it ready and I can put it up on my page. We then went through my plans for trading over the next few months. We also discussed my capital that I invested today, the €150, and the companies that I invested that into. And we also looked at this week's Trading212 Hot List. And with all that being said, that kind of brings the end to today's video for the start of the week. If you found the video anyway helpful or entertaining, please consider hitting that like button. And as always, again, if you're new around here, please consider subscribing to the channel, as it would really help me out in the long term. And finally, more importantly, please comment below on how your own Trading212 portfolio is currently doing, or any other broker that you are using. In fact, doesn't even have to be Trading212. Just comment below on how your trading is currently doing and your plans going forward. So thanks very much guys, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's video.